you all as a team and enhanced relationship for betterment of everyone. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohita. Any of you want to play golf, please contact Rohita, right?
Sure.
Then three of you also can give a small introduction. Then everyone will know, no? Then I will do the recording. Nihal is there. Shall I ask Nihal to do an introduction? Nihal?
Okay.
Nihal, please,
thank you.
put your video also on for a while.
Oh.
But of course, you came the other day for our meeting. You know, they know you.
Okay. Thank you, Kirti, again for this inviting for this meeting. Actually, it is for me. It's like I am an old boy of FCCISL or alumni because I worked at projects for a fairly long time and try to do something. And then with myself and my colleagues, Sena Peris and Kirti Rasaputra, we have a small company called Industry and Business Integrated Services. Just to share whatever we have gathered over the years, we have worked in industry for a long time. So it is very happy to be able to, serve especially the SMEs and the industry of Sri Lanka, because we see a lot of potential, but I think it's a great opportunity. Very nice seeing all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nihal.
Thank you.
He's professionally an engineer by profession. He's a graduate from the Peradeniya University. Actually, Ceylon University of Peradeniya, right?
Interesting.
It's quite.
Early it was University of Ceylon.
University of Ceylon. Yes.
University of Peradeniya.
Yes. He and our team of Industry 4.0 team, he, Sena, then the Professor Ramanathan, they are of the same batch at the university.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, all are engineers. And of course,
Thank
apparently, Professor Sunil and they also work at the NIBM together with Professor Ramanathan.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I think Professor Sunil, you also can just give a brief introduction. Then after that, we'll go for the meeting, no?
Thank you, Mr. Kirti. Good morning. My name is Sunil. I have been working with some of the members who are working right now with the FCCISL, especially in the area of SME development work. We have been working together on various projects. I'm very pleased to team up with you all again. And this particular project is about the promoting business course services through the relation of chambers for the betterment of the micro, small, and medium scale enterprises, which is the backbone of our economy, as Mr. Nihal, senior engineer Nihal mentioned. We all have the national responsibility to make sure that these enterprises receive some support from our knowledge and experience. So I also consider, let me team up with Nihal and say that this is a good platform for all of us to share our experience, resources together, and make sure this our Mother Lanka is in a strong position to face the emerging challenges of this crisis situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Sunil. Seelan, will you say something about you also?
Okay, good morning to you all. Yeah, actually, I'm working as a skills research specialist here, business and skills research specialist, and as Sir mentioned, we are actually targeting to empower the business people through various partners. So FCCISL, one of the good partner, working with you since 2001 after I joined. And earlier I was worked in the government sector as assistant director in the Ministry of Skills. So we are really happy to work with you all, and you are very energetic team. and we are working very short period of time, done so many work with your support and your coordination. So really happy to work with you, team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Silan. Then Shakti.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning to you all. I'm Shakti. I'm presently working as MSME Business Development Specialist in S4iG. But I have long relationship with Federation Chamber. I was able to work with Federation during 2004 Factory Business Project. Then with GDZ support Nucleus Foundation projects. And I'm proud to say that around 17-18 years I was able to work in Federation, and with the blessing of Professor Sunil and Mr. Kirti and others, as Seelan said, now we see a big speed. And again, thanks to Mr. Rohita, I was able to talk with you during the Women Forum, and our S4iG team is now very excited because the way Federation is moving now. And as Professor said, I'm also very proud to be part of this small effort to strengthen Sri Lankan MSMEs without blaming government or others. Right, we are doing our responsibility. So thank you again to Mr. Kirti and the team that we have come forward to take responsibility of rescuing the doable MSMEs through this kind of effort. Thank you for this initiation, Mr. Kirti and team.
Yeah, thank you, Shakti, and of course, Fatima, Indika, and Tilan and myself. We have been introduced to you before, so therefore no need the introduction from them to you. I think probably you can go for the presentation. So this about today meeting is all about that we are trying to do this coaching certification program. We are going to launch on the 12th, which I elaborated and gave some details on the last board meeting also. So the this is just to explain. The Professor Chandana also joining. So let Professor Chandana, welcome to the meeting. We are just about to start. You have to unmute, Chandana.
Yeah, the person. Yeah, ask them to.
Chandan, if you we were just about to start the meeting. Before we start, if you also can give a small introduction about you, that will be lovely. Then everyone will know you.
All right. Yeah. I am academic in Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology, serving as a senior professor in mechanical engineering department. Before joining SLIT, I was in University of Moratuwa as a professor and head of Department of Management of Technology. Basically, my background is industrial engineering and operation management, and also technology management. I am working in these areas. Actually, I am basically in teaching in those areas in MBA programs and also in engineering programs. Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Chandana. Actually, Chandana is a member of our Industry 4.0 team also. Of course, he had many initiatives locally also with Brandix and many other companies there. He and the students has done a lot of research work. I'm sure that in the future we can work as a team, and there will be a lot of synergies that we can share together. And many things can be done. As everyone think right now that we too have a big moral responsibility to bring the country up again. So we will work as a team, and you can actually, Chandana, today what we want to do is to just to give a background to what we were talking. I said for you all to serve in that committee. This committee is we are setting up as the authorization body before about the certificates. All the criteria, everything Shakti will explain. So then after the explanation, we can just have a small session. If you have any queries, then you can raise at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Kirti, could you please
made your co-host? You can share.
Okay. Yeah. So a short short brief, S4iG is working in Sri Lanka from 2017, and then we were able to test several models. One such model is coaching, and we were able to see for our micro, small, medium enterprises, we had to have different approach. Then we developed a key performance indicator-based coaching top and Mr. Rohita. So based on that, we developed a course, and also we educated or we trained lecturers from around 15 institutions, around 7 national universities like Uvaverlesa, Sabragamuva, as well as organizations like CAPM. So they are in the process of promoting the professional business professional business coaching course PBCC in Sri Lanka. In January, the course providers will be advertising their courses. So in that process, with the support of Federation, we are trying to introduce a licensing program for the experts who can provide the business coaching. And we called application through Federation as well as through our networks, and we got around, I think as of yesterday, it is around 75 applications, if I'm right. No, Fatima, 72, right? It's a great thing to see. Yeah. Fatima, it's 72, right?
Yeah, around 72 applications.
Yeah, so but because of the time, as well as we agreed, the phase 1 evaluation happened for around 30 to 35 applications, and now I am presenting the how they say stages and the criterias for this, and then we'll have a discussion afterwards. Hope that is okay. Right?
Yes, that's good. Yeah.
Thank you. And still, it's disabled, Mr. Kirti.
Wait a minute.
It says it's disabled. Can I send it to you so that you can share?
No. Yeah, now I made you co-host.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Sir, you have to tick the all participant part, sir, because it's still saying
First one.
yeah, host only.
No. Your Tangavel Shaktivel machine, no?
Yes, sir.
I made you co-host. No?
So, I don't know. Maybe
Wait,
I have logged in.
Wait, I'll make you the host. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you're the big boss, really.
Yeah. Thank you. Can you all see?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So this is the summary of it. So we reviewed 33 applications, and the criteria we agreed earlier was so we thought L1 coach, level 1 coach should have around 50 hours of learning experience or learning hours. And for L2, we categorized 2 categories because we are working in academics. So we discussed with Mr. Kirti, and our team also decided to have 100 hours business learning hours should be there for a level 2 coach. If that is an academic license, then it should be 100 hours. And then the master coach should have at least 150 hours learning hours. Right. And then the experience in coaching and mentoring was open, like we will analyze whenever the things come there. And then professional qualification, the minimum qualification we expected for L1 was an industry. Like we are not forcing anyone, because we found some of the coaches didn't have that much of a business qualifications. Then we went with certificate in academic course programs and diploma level and above, based on the practical, practicality of this thing. And then additional qualification, we thought if we are going for academic, we have to have masters and PhD level. And for master coach, we didn't consider any academic qualifications as such, because we found we are giving industrial expertise. And then experiences here, 5 years, 10 years, and 15 years. And all these criteria are set at the beginning, we can definitely revisit it and we can adjust it once we started it. Hope our members in this presentation will accept that, because we have to start somehow, and our idea is to initiate something and then revisit and try to adjust it. Because what we did actually was go through the profiles and try to understand which will help, and that's what we were able to get it. And based on our assessment, as of now, we were able to kind of identify 8 master coaches, and business coach level 2 only 5. But we had more people in academic side. I think most of the CVs submitted were very much fall into the academic level 2. Seems like the course providers and university professors and others showed interest to apply. And there's a very big possibility for them to become master coach very soon, because at this point of time we like to differentiate the master coach and level 2 slightly. So that's the thing. And then business coach level, there were 4 applications received. So suitable candidates we identified as of now. And just to summarize, at this first point, all of them should pay their license fee to Federation of Chamber. Luckily, as an initiation, our team leader and our team are going to pay the due fees or kind of licensing fees to Federation of Chamber in order to stimulate this market. Right, so we were able to get fund for 50 first batch of coaches to be compensated or to be covered. So thank you for Fatima and team. Sorry, Mr. Tilan, Mr. Kirti and others, because now we have 70 applications. So we should be able to get some good working capital or good money to run this licensing evaluation process. And then based on that, we evaluated, and you can see the first 8 of them were very much fall into the academics. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, first 6 are nominated by Federation. Yeah, thank you for that. And then what I'm saying is first 8 people are very much qualified to academic level, if I'm right. Right, but out of 6, thank you for the Federation because you were able to get very good CVs for level 2 business coach. And then others, we got it through Chamber as well as through the mails and contacts what we have. So these are the other CVs, or sorry, other names who were recommended for the first batch of licensing. And the relevant documents, we will be able to organize that information and send it back to you shortly, because we are kind of doing it in a run. We should be able to submit to the board with the relevant information so that you can also go through and give your comments.
We will create a Google Drive and put it there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, we did it, and we will be able to share. I think Salem sent the link.
Okay.
Yeah, Fatima is also in that link, but all this marking sheet should be shared with you.
Sure. Okay.
And over to you, Mr. Keith.
That's all. Actually, this is the criteria of this one. I think for the benefit of everyone who's there, can you put that the presentation which we did at the women's forum also, and just explain what is this whole thing is all about.
Okay, sir.
That's better, no? Like, I mean, this is all about the technical side, how we are going to decide on the give the license for the coaches only. The practitioners are better, they know, no?
Yes, give me 2 minutes, sir. Can you all see the presentation?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is the presentation we did it for.
Did not come on the screen, Shakti.
Okay.
maybe close the previous one and
Sorry. Now.
Sure.
Again, the setting changed. Is it, sir?
no, you're the host really.
Yeah, host only, but it is not allowing me to do this, sir.
Previous one you have to close and do it. Shakti, probably if that was open or something like that. On the back.
I have closed it.
Okay.
Share screen. Share.
Since it didn't work, I make him the host also, Chandan.
All right.
Screen is not allowed.
Yeah, I was trying to click the share. Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Yeah, now okay. It's
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Okay. Hope you all see, can
Yes,
see, no, sir?
yes, can see. Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I think Worldwide Association of Business Coaches, yeah, defined the client should be aware about the business objectives, and most of the time when it comes to Sri Lanka MSMEs, as we all know, it's not that much possible to make it happen. And what we were talking in that presentation and here also, when it comes to coaching continuum, some people who follow the coaching course can become coach practitioners, and some can perform their managerial work with the knowledge of coaching and mentoring expertise. So those are the two categories when it come defined by ICF, International Coaches Federation. And then when we go to the international market about coaching, they say more than 70% performance increase and all. And then return on investment study says 86% at least made their investment back. So it shows the importance of coaching to the businesses. And again, the statistic says 67% of life or work balance is improved. Right, so it's like everyone of us knows. And as I presented it to the women forum, the statistics was very interesting in Asia. In 2019, 59% kind of women were there, and in 2015 it was only 52. So there's a growth in women doing coaching internationally. So that is because we are inclusive related project. We captured that and we try to globally. Now we can say women, 70% of them are women, right? So it shows the ability and the potential of women coaching. And then when it comes to coaching,
we cannot see the slides.
Yeah, it doesn't move, Shakti. You are still on the first slide.
Oh my God.
Maybe if you go to the full screen mode, then just go by the clicking the slides, you can move forward.
Okay, I'm still in full mood. Anyway, I'll try again.
Yeah.
Sorry about the inconvenience.
Yeah. This is the first slide.
You can go to the.
Can you see the second slide?
Yes, can see.
Oh, so sorry, I'm not in the slide mode, but let me go with that.
Yeah, this is okay. This is fine.
Okay, so yeah, this is that, and this is about the woman participation. And when it comes to the models in the world, generally OSCAR model, that is outcome, scaling, know-how, firm, and then review, this kind of a cyclic model was used by in coaching, and they call it OSCAR model. When it comes to TCRO model, they first ask the client what topic they want to consider, then they set a goal and they go with that and kind of getting an action plan. But when it comes to MSMEs in Sri Lanka, what we understood was in order to do apply these two models, they're supposed to have enough information. The client should have how much it costs for the electricity bill and what is the ratio of executive staff versus normal staff. All these kind of information is needed in order to do the scanning or the to identify the primary problem. But when it comes to Sri Lanka MSMEs, we couldn't find it. So what we did is through a model called a key performance indicator model. I think you all know that. So we applied this and we were able to come up with a model called blended coaching model, where we first go and understand the business through their information. So we were able to categorize their information into clusters. For example, if they have social media, we ask, we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of thing, and then try to say if they have only one social media, then they will fall into category 1 or KPI rating 1. And if they have around 5, then they will fall into 2, that kind of thing. Similarly, if the executive labor versus normal, how would I say, the normal labor ratio is 0.25, then we put them into category 1. Like that, we try to capture in clusters, and then we try to give them some support. So based on understanding the business, so we are trying to do here is we try to understand the business with the data what they have, or with the feeding what they have, and then try to understand where the critical issues, whether it's marketing or whether it's related to production or human resource. Then we try to help them and come up with an action plan. Then based on the action plan, we link them with the support services, whether it's technology training they need or group purchasing they need. We support them. Do they want a loan or something? Then we work for that. So we try to. That's why we call it blended coaching. Coaching only won't help our people. We do coaching, then identify 2, 3 steps, and we supported that technology training if they want or something. From 2007 to 2019, we implemented this in Batikulampa, Trinco, Polanaruva, and try to measure the key performance indicators. Through that, we understood their performance was good, and so through that, we found 89% of the business performance increase. So how we calculated this, as we told earlier, we calculate where they are and then try to understand their growth. And through that, we understood for in Sri Lanka, this is a better way of helping them rather than coming up with the international models. Even though there are international certified coaches in Sri Lanka, they also agreed and they also joined hands with us. Most of the training institutes, especially the university CAPM, have coaches who were certified by International Coaches Federation or Association of American Association of Coaches, ACF. So they were very happy to work with us because this was very user-friendly and applicable model. And based on that, we thought, okay, now we got something, we have to share that with the government as well as with the professionals. Then only we developed this, we call it professional coaching model, where we divided the knowledge part of it and created a course. For the course, we talked with universities and we were able to train them for last 1.5 years. We had around 2 TOTs, if I'm right, around 6 days were spent for the lecturers to make them understand what is KPI and also how to deliver the course. Then we started negotiating with Federation of Chamber in 2 very important matters. One, once the course is provided, there may be some people who just want to have the certificate as an academic certificate for them. So they can really get the course and go. But most of them will be interested to work in the field. So in order to work and categorize them and kind of put them in a professional path, we thought to create a licensing system. And we negotiated that after talking with the International Coaches Federation and others. We were able to come up with some standards, and we developed a licensing scheme. And also we talked with Federation to promote the coaching services. That means district or regional chambers can market once all the coaches are trained in the regions. When coaches are there in Anuradhapura, Polanaruva, or Dambulla, they can be registered with the district chamber as well as the federation. When they complete the course will consist 200 hours of lectures, and then they should complete 100 hours of on-the-job training, which can be monitored in future by Federation of Chamber. So that with these 2 and then they should be able to apply for licensing. There will be a committee formed by Federation of Chamber, which now slowly we are starting. So the evaluation committee will do the evaluation, and then Federation will charge an amount for the license, and they will be put in the website of Federation as well as some other places where this service will be really introduced through the licensing scheme. So the coaches who have the licensing scheme will have 2-3 options. One, they can work through the regional chamber or national chamber, or even if they find small assignments, they can work with the clients as well. But in order to measure their performance, we are expecting to have a management information system. We are in the process of developing that with Federation of Chamber. Previously, we had funds to do that, but unfortunately, we couldn't complete the task. So we definitely hope during 2023, with all your support, we should be able to come up with a MAS where each coach, when a coach is assigned or get an assignment from an MSME, register them in the online and try to see the performance differences. There will be a system, and then Federation will go through the evidence and try to click that, and that can be shared in the common website, the performance. So based on the performance and the genre, means whether the coach is on marketing or technology or in timber or water, so that coach will be having more opportunities for them to market, and Federation will have a licensing fee. As it is an initiation, we were proposing to have basic license for 5,000 and second level for 10,000 and third level for 15,000. We discussed that with Mr. Kirti, and hope you all will also agree. If you have your ideas, please let us know as an initiation. But next year, definitely, it should be raised. But this is a kind of a market-driven thing that we can talk about that together. But this is the idea. So there will be a licensing fee which the coach should pay, as well as they will be signing an agreement with Federation to keep their standards. And then there will be another third body called Professional Business Coaching Association, where they will be having the members together and try to do more work on developing curriculums or supporting the efforts and other related things. And in order to run this course, we created as of now around 7 books. These 3 books were for the trainers: trainer manual, assessment toolkit, trainer resources. As of now, you can see we have put the Federation logo and outside logo, but the soft versions will be shared with the course providers so that they can change this in future and make that as their own material. Similarly, we designed this to have 4 books for the participants who will be following the course. So participant workbook, coach handbook, portfolio, coach toolkit. Most of this will be in e-version. Only participant work should be printed and given so that the course providers will have low cost to run the course. But the knowledge is assured by the other e-books. And then, as of now, as I told you, these are the course providers who started working with us. And you can see Southeastern University, Sri Lanka Foundation Institute, Rajarata, Sabragamova. We went with them paper advertisement. These are the organizations really applied for it, and they are working with us. So we have placed lecturers on this panel now who were trained by us and who have certificate to run the course. And these are the information, as I told you. We have, as of now, 13 modules, theory and practical, 200 hours classroom, and 100 hours practicals on OJT with the help of Federation of Chamber. And these are the general things, everyone knows what are the benefits to this. I just introduced this. And the next slide shows 2 cases. In Polonnaruwa, one lady who was running a saloon earlier shouldn't understand her USP, unique selling points, and we were able to work with her, and she was able to invest 5 million, and then now she is hiring 3 additional people to run the game. And also another hotel in Trincomalee, they were able to understand the importance of encouraging women to work. Then now what we are doing is, as international brands are there, we have already benchmarked this with Association of Coaches, ICF and EMCC. So after we deliver the first batch of licensing, we will be having a negotiation with all these organizations, try to see what are the exemptions they can give. So federation will be positioned in a place where the industry people can get international certificate. So this will be a stepping stone for us. That's why we are so excited. Most of our people are very much capable of supporting, but coaching concept is slightly different from consultant concept. Consultancy is about giving idea, but coaching, everyone knows, it's about developing the idea. Especially as we all know, coach is a person who is not playing in the ground, staying outside and make the player to play, right? So how we are going to transfer this knowledge and how we are going to support this knowledge or the MSM is the question now. And why we are hurrying up now, because UNDP, ILO and other funding agencies, USA, are getting ready to support MSMEs. So we think if federation can come up with the first batch of licensed coaches, we will have a very big opportunity to come up with a proposal. We, in the sense, federation, a proposal to help more people based on the each coaching sessions. When we did coaching sessions, we supported coaches with around 30,000 rupees for a session, because we have to compensate their traveling as well as lodging. But now we think after having all these licensed coaches, the price may come down because they can visit there. So the real idea is to first work with Federation of Chamber to develop this coaching licensing kind of concept, and then try to work practically with this. Thank you for listening, and over to you for the questions, please.
Thank you, Shakti. I think for everyone, the concept is clear. If there is any clarifications or anything, you can raise. Rohita, anything to check? Chandana, is there anything?
If the document is shareable, only please share with us, so that it's a fairly comprehensive document and gives us a good understanding. Kirti, I also suggest that whilst we are looking at it, like we support arms of outstation chambers,
yes,
we could create an arm for all the professionals.
Yes.
I do understand there's a cross here that Ajit has registered something of his own with this thing, but I think as a professional entity where we are asking for other people to give us a certificate, we should be able to do a small constitutional change. As we are thinking of doing some changes in our constitution, we'll have that column for allowing professional association or something similar to come into our area, so that they have a membership which they can get in. So I think that's the additional thing I want to give. Whilst we finish this program, then they get a membership, and maybe the membership we will have it either FOC for the first year or first batch or second batch. Then they will have to annually renew it, and then when we link up federation with all the other international ones, so that they also can have that benefit of the rest. So that's the only thing I thought in long term, not in short term, in long term. Thank you.
Yeah, you mentioned these business coaches. Basically, they discuss about the business. And then after that, if they need some specialized knowledge, how they are given that knowledge?
It's a good question, sir. We can really discuss that and decide. As of now, if federation can supply that services, that will be good. Or as Mr. Rohita said, there can be another institution who can look after the standard of providing the mentoring as well as training. That is also a business, Professor Chandana, because as you said, when they are in level 2, level 1, they always will think about going to level 2. So there will be a business opportunity for federation to run that also, if we are capable of doing. Did I answer the question?
No, my question is now, sometime these business people need some technological support. Sometime they want to know about quality assurance, supply chain management, some engineering
Professor,
aspects. Yeah, those kind of things.
yeah, so
Yeah.
if I may interrupt,
Yeah.
now we are on the first stage. The second
Yeah.
stage,
Yeah.
you know, business coaching, learning from a book is one.
Yeah.
Having its ability to practically do it is another. So
Yeah.
stage 2, the federation do have chambers like ICC, COIL. COIL is basically, I represent COIL for the chamber. COIL is basically all these entrepreneurs like from BSI to access. So we can also help around to see a mechanism to work or get advice on a much higher level from the chairman level to guide them. The other thing is ISO. So I think ISO and other health and well-being, health and safety, there are many standards which a coaching person may need as a secondary knowledge and IT. So I think in this, I didn't see that being packaged, but maybe on the phase 2, that would be a line where we could assist as a federation, we could assist. We have now, say we have people who works ISO with us. So we can get some of those people and from funding need to come and give them a training on this. And the new technologies also they have done in the past. The person must know what is the future of marketing. Business is marketing, like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. How does it work? Also can be packaged. We can take in. We can bring expertise like from Kapruka to Daras to Google to Facebook, because all these guys are here. Federation do have access to all these aspects of it. It's just that whether we want to, we cannot do at once. So we will phase it out. By the time they reach to the second level, maybe we add on to the syllabus. They need to get this coaching as well. Stage 3 is this. Stage 4 is this. So you have a valid point. So we can work around on that, and federation also can suggest some proposals. Of course, you are an IT specialist. You can also guide us on that.
Actually, yeah, we can get the support of even Professor Chandana, because they have specialized areas where they have the specialty in the areas of IT, engineering, all that kind of thing. So if that kind of services are like, we have to broaden this. I think once you have your MIS system, we will be able to identify the gaps on both sides, you know, from the client side as well as from the coach's side. So once you have that one, it will automatically highlight, you know, what are the gaps. So then if ISO is required for some client, then we can talk to maybe whether we're going to talk to the SLSI, or whether we can support, you know, whether we can get coaches registered on higher levels is another, I would say, opportunity. Because as it is, Chandana, the biggest issue in Sri Lanka is we have superb kind of consultants. They are too expensive. None of the SMEs cannot go to them, because simply they will, you know, just to talk to them itself, they will start charging. So this model will never work. Never work in Sri Lanka for the smaller guys. Now, if we are talking the small and medium micro level SMEs to come up, I think this model can, you know, definitely help a lot.
Just to add, Mr. Kirti, as Professor said and Mr. Rogita said, when we say blended coaching, that is the idea, sir. Like we have around 16 business development services, technology transfer, marketing training, exposure visit, group purchasing, kind of 16. All these 16 can be supplied by federation through their channels, isn't it? So the coach will be a general physician who will say, okay, you should get this, you should get this, your bookkeeping should be done, and they should be able to purchase that. And as Professor said and Mr. Rohit said, that's the meeting point. So the market stimulator, or the stimulator for the business development services, will be the coach. And then we need really some other services bind with federation, and that will be, I think this time it's very critical because of recovery phase. All the MSMEs been on the rescheduling of loans, isn't it, sir? So I think, as you said, all have a big role to play now. We'll stimulate it, and then
Actually, now when we are planning to have a EC meeting, we will disseminate this information. We will invite you you also to make a presentation at the EC meeting. Just as you will come as an invitee and you will make the presentation and tell about the project. Then
Okay.
after that, since it's an official meeting with the chambers, then we can let you finish your session. Then after that, we can ask, their ideas. Sometimes they will have good ideas, whether what
Yeah.
areas they like to promote and what are the areas that they need our service. Some areas they will have more fisheries, some areas they will have something else. We also actually don't know now. We asked, certain, we send a questionnaire to these guys. Now I found, some areas they are talking about the fuel is as the biggest crisis for them. So
Yeah.
like in every place, it's very, very different, Then
Yeah.
once we identify their needs, I think, we can have, more new methods to cater them.
What I feel is if we understand the syllabus of
Yes.
each level,
Yes.
I'm referring to what Professor Chandana brought up, so that we can see whether we have missed out or how do we incorporate within. Because
Definitely.
we are also talking not knowing the syllabus proper.
Yeah,
So understanding the syllabus might help us to meet the gaps and bridge it.
yes.
Thanks.
We will be
Actually,
sharing the soft version with you, sir.
yeah, soft version you can share.
Yeah, definitely. I'll share
If
with
you
you.
send it to me, Shakti,
Yes,
if
sir.
anyone wants, actually, I will share with the board anyway. Now this
Oh.
this team should know if they are going to decide, whom to be given the coaching license. They should know for what we are approving. No,
Yeah.
that we will do.
Yeah, we'll do that, sir. Now itself we'll send it to you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Anything else, Chandana? Do you have any?
No, I think at the moment it's okay. After looking at the syllabus, we can see if there
Yes.
are any areas to be touched.
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Can I make a
one
quiz?
other area that they have found, in the process of, going to the small hotels, their food handling was bad. That is that they are going to take up as the next step, because that's a very vital thing in terms of hygiene, as well as, the hotels, the major thing is, when they consume, not there shouldn't be any contaminated food and stuff like that. So that's a good concern area. These are the things that the small hotels has to develop in Sri Lanka and bring money to Sri Lanka. So that's the way to go, really.
Yeah.
Can I make a comment, please?
Yeah, please, Neha.
Right. Actually, I find that this is a excellent start, especially with regard to the model that you are using. That the blended model is, I think, it is very suitable, because even in my experience, that sort of approach is more effective. And also, I would also like to know what is the licensing, the validity of the license. And I also,
1 year.
yeah, 1 year, right? Okay. And another thing is now, with regard to that, your approach of doing some sort of a survey or analysis before you start the program, that's a very good thing, because and basically what you are doing is something like a gap analysis, and then trying to find out the areas, then common areas. But one question is, I don't know if it's too early to ask the selection criteria for the clients. But I mean, when you say MSMEs, even in any area, there's a wide range of, it can be very small to big, and also the different sectors. So sometimes we have to be very careful in selecting whether it's the same sort of sector, or what I mean sector is like industry sector. So that to be very effective, I think the selection criteria also probably you may have looked into it already, but that is, I think, very important.
Selection of the organization or selection of the it's not too clear, Neha.
No, it is the what do you call the coach,
Clients.
the coach
Yeah.
when he is selecting, so that there should be some guideline for the
Yeah.
coach, so that there will be a consistency in that selection also. Otherwise,
Yeah,
what will
as you
happen?
said,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, Mr.
Actually,
Nihal. I think,
yeah. Most of the cases, the client will directly get in touch with the coach, no?
I think what Snehal said is,
Yeah.
now when we are, now there, so the same coach may not be able to coach everything and anything.
Yeah,
So
understand.
there might be
No, no,
expertise in F&B, there might be expertise in industry, there might be, so I believe that's what he was referring to. That's what I understood. So that's
Yeah.
something we need to incorporate so that when we give a license, whether we want to be specific or we can touch on the specialties on each coach. Because
Yeah.
a person who is doing IT may not be able to talk about F&B.
Yeah.
A person
Yeah.
who is doing F&B may not be able to talk about manufacturing. So there might be some criteria on those. So we will address those things.
Yes, I think
the
it's
gaps
a learn-
in between.
Thank you very much. It's a learning process, and once you start, I think we'll be able to
That's
develop
right.
all these.
Yeah.
Find, various
And I-
ways to improve. Yeah, correct.
Another
Yeah.
important thing is now, as you very rightly say, the follow-up action, the cost is a real the problem when it comes to like SMEs.
Yes.
But actually, the federation has a very good like experience of running a model like the Project SMED,
Yes.
where we address this problem. That is depending on the size of the industry. They have a, the consultancy we were subsidized, and there was a very good model which ran. But of course, they also serve the large industry where you charge the full amount. So there can be a model like that. I think what you said is correct, that the federation has very good resources to do this one, follow it up, so that it will be I think it's a very timely thing that is required by the MSMEs, because what we have to realize it, the opportunities are more. So when it comes to like income as well as the employment generation, I think this is a very good start, and we should start it soon. But of course, there are other things that things came to mind about the use of the resource material, because we have had experiences where the resource material can be used. I think there should be some sort of the intellectual property right. Something has to be there. Otherwise, our people, there are good people and bad people also. So we have to be careful. Thank you.
You're
You are right,
absolutely
sir.
right. Yes. Yeah. No, we will share only to the board, and with the request saying not to share with any others, because these are the the knowledge that you have gathered, and put it to this thing, and in the future that you will be adding more and more into that. Yeah, because
Kirti sir, just to disturb you, Kirti, more than our people now, I remember when the 5S was going for full swing, they have a very good consultant who develop material.
Right.
And we know very well that how those materials were used by other people without any licensing, they will be, using them, and then we have to have some sort of controls. I mean, you can't avoid 100%, but then as long as we know that these things can happen, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Thank you very
I have
much.
one more question. Can I come in?
Yeah, please. Come.
Now you have 4 different levels, I think, certificate, academic, master level, and so on. Then will you recommend particular level for different type of business, different clients level, depending on the client? You recommend they have to get the coach of this level, or are there any that kind of recommendation?
Chandana, generally when the level goes up, their knowledge goes up, their experience is high. But only thing is, what we have to do is the coaches has more experience in the area of IT or something like that. We have to recommend them for the IT related work. Then if someone has more.
No, my question is not that way. Then you have, for example, academic academic coaches,
Yeah.
diploma level coaches or certificate level coaches. Depending on the level of business, maybe the scale of the business, do you recommend for a small business certificate level coach is enough? The higher level coach, you need a diploma level coach, and that.
Yeah, so Professor, what we will have to do is all the coaches, that's where I said that we need to create a kind of association of the coaches so that we can level them in a grading of what are their expertise. So if somebody wants coaching on IT, we will have that person who has a knowledgeable on that line.
Yes.
Person says, I want F&B. So sometimes it can be a blend of 3 coaches. It can be just one person going. Say somebody says, I need my staff to coach how to handle IT, like Facebook and things like that. There might be a different person who would do F&B.
My question is not that, not the specialization. The coaches have different levels, certificate level coach,
yes, correct.
diploma level coach, and so on.
Yeah.
Then depending on the scale of the business, do you recommend for a small business certificate
So
level coach is enough, and this larger
it's
business?
like this. The business entity first need to say what is their requirement.
Yeah.
Then we could propose, okay, we have this types of coaches. Now, say example, CB, when you want to get a certificate done for a building, they say we have a list of chartered engineers, you could choose which one. They are not saying use this. So we can say, if you want, these are the ones we have, level 1, level 2, level 3 or whatever. And they could choose whom they wish to. So we will give a choice of, so we need to actually build around what we are going to do at the federation level to have a support service for this. So what you suggest is fairly important. In long term, we need to know what we have, and maybe in our web page, we will link them. So anybody who want to go even directly look at our web page, want to select somebody for a training, they have that access as well.
Do they have the freedom to decide the charges from the client, or
that is something? So, yeah, I think the charges would differ. In my opinion, it's a very subjective matter whether it's going to take 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months.
Yeah.
But it might be good for us to have a guideline instead of getting rip off.
Yeah.
Sure. So that's a understanding we need to work around, because some consultants will charge per hour so much. Some consultants will take the job per se. So whilst we are doing this, we have to ensure our customer base whom we are trying to do this is having access and affordability to this. So that is something we need to say, okay, we like you to do at this range of pricing. Say example, somebody based in Colombo, they choose to do some work in Trincomalee, right? Then there is a cost disparity. We can't say, okay, you do it at 2,000. So accommodation, transport, food, so many things come in. So maybe whilst we are doing this, when we start, we'll have to incorporate most of these things into play and work around to assist the customer base as well. The coaches need to go to the customer, and we are encouraging to get trained, and we are finding a gap to fill. So they can't, one can't say I'm 25,000, one can't say I'm 5,000. So we need to look at it. It's a tough call, but we need to look at it.
Only opportunity what we have now is, sir, the MIS, we are going to develop with your advisors, my management information system, where, as you said, there are sectors, there are levels, all these can be captured and try to work it out. It's a big work, but I think, you have to stop.
Sir, Kirti, with your permission, let me share a few of my views. I think this is an interesting discussion. I understand the concern raised by the evaluation committee members, including Professor Chandan, etc. My responses based on our work so far is that first Nihal's question whether there is a demand. In fact, this is based on the the for sample survey of covering 8 districts. Of course, we looked at the tourism industry, especially value chain, the micro, small, and medium scale industries. We asked them whether there's a demand, check whether there's a demand for business coaching services. It was about 36% of the people said yes, they would hire these services. So there is a demand. This proposal is based on some serious research work. We also asked them whether they would pay some cost. Then there again, there were about around 36%. And then again, people said that they would like to pay for the services. So therefore, even given the current crisis situation, this survey was done in October 2021, and even at that time, people said 36% of people said yes, we would pay, we would hire these people. So there is a demand for these services among the micro, small, and medium scale enterprises. Then, with respect to fees, yes, definitely, as a person, I believe in market forces. But here again, considering the current crisis situation, there again, we don't get any foreign funds. There are no donor agencies. Also, there has to be some, some individuals initially involved with some social welfare aspect objective in mind, and later on, of course, the fees would depend on the willingness to pay by the micro and small scale enterprises, and it would vary by sector, by industry, and various other factors. All the questions you raised, they are very valid, but they would really come to effect over the next few years, depending on the economic recovery of the whole country. Then the other factor is that there has been a lot of issues, especially Chandan raised about the levels, etc. This particular model, we looked at existing body of knowledge in this area, and normally those books talk about different topics, and in fact, the material that the Shakti is going to share with you, it covers some 15 modules. But in addition, if you consider in the Sri Lankan situation, based on your experience, if you feel that there should be some other models to be added, you are free to do that. In fact, this assessment committee, as a committee, you are empowered to do that. That is your duty and responsibility. Absolutely, there is no objection of it. We would welcome that kind of thing. That is how knowledge development, knowledge sharing take place. So the business coaching, this is just business coaching. So we just, based on considering the experience and the body of knowledge required for this profession, we have just identified actually level 1, level 2, and level 3. But there is a huge body of university academics who are very keen in helping the economic various micro and small sector. Even the applications, when I went through it, I saw a lot of PhD qualified colleagues from my colleagues from the university sector. So therefore, what we did was at level 2, we thought business coach general qualification, and there are some people with their PhDs, masters, etc. So we had a separate compartment, and we label it as academic. But it is just to recognize their interest, etc. So there is no hard and fast rule on it. This evaluation committee, FCCISL, at their governing board, they can decide on it. This is just to lay the foundation, initial foundation, and there is a lot of scope and opportunity for us to develop it. And our job here is to introduce this and lay the foundation with the support of the FCCISL. After that, I am sure, having listened to all these dialogue, just coming from 3 individuals with a lot of experience, I am sure this will become there's a lot of room for you all to improve it, and we will also we are also very happy to share our knowledge and the body of knowledge and the reading material, etc. to further make further progress on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Shamsiri. Actually, now it is since we are just still not born, going to be just started, your research work and develop some coaches, and the first set of people that we are going to award the certificates on the 12th. That's the coming Monday. Before that only, so for that only we they wants me to get a good team as the people who's going to authorize for the certificates. That's what I did. That mainly our Industry 4.0 team because we knew they are very keen to do something for this country. So that's the basis, and and few other people from our committee like Rohita, then Abbas, who's a IT person, some of them. I will share this, I have the recording for the people who could not attend, I will share with them. I think that what we want to do is, before we award the certificates, we want to educate you all, this is the process, this is what we are going to do. For the first set we will give, then after that, we will have a meeting and discussion and all that. Actually, the all your suggestions are most welcome. Those has to be done in the future. I think we'll go step-by-step approach and try to improve like a Kaizen system. Every day we'll do some improvement and go forward. Chandana, when you see, actually yesterday I took part in one of the energy thing. There are one gentleman. He's private sector company, but of course, he spoke there. Then after that, I went and spoke to him. What he said was, what we do is we go to organization and analyze whether it is worthwhile for them to do a business with that. Like, I mean, if that's too small, still they will say that, these are the gaps that you have, but only thing is your job is too small for us. Therefore, find somebody. So that's a good thing. That is the kind of thing that we need. Like I said, okay, if that is the case, we will give you some plans from our chamber network. We want to make sure that they get the right knowledge. Now today the major thing in Sri Lanka is now in the area of energy. So everyone talking green energy. They don't understand. Some of the guys, Chandana, to tell you sadly, they don't know where to start even this.
Yeah.
Now, when you say carbon neutral, this, that, and all that, some words which you don't understand anything, but they don't want to go and ask. I don't understand also. When you say carbon neutral and all that, they are just listening. What is carbon neutral? No one will ask. Singaling Raja हुआ लස්සනයිද කියලා ඒ වගේ එකක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. It's very pathetic situation, because we had to go to the ground level and support the guys, then they can come up. This project is actually a ground level, grassroots level, go from there upwards. I think, if that model works well in Sri Lanka, there is an opportunity, definitely.
Yeah, definitely we have to enhance the micro and medium scale enterprises also.
Correct. Okay, then anything else? Then
I fully agree with you, Kirti.
Yeah.
I fully agree with you that what you want is to hold hands and bring them up.
Yes.
Recently, one consultant said, how do you speak to a man who is in poverty? Greenhouse effect. So you have to first start from the beginning and then take them up, and then I'm sure they have the potential. They have the potential, but they have to be holding hands and taking them up.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we will try and do it. Just Shakti, about the 12th program, can you give us a brief? What are we supposed to do? And
We are
No, actually, according that event planners, they said the time they allocated for us 5:25 to 5:35.
Okay.
Within that 10 minutes, we can maximum 10 to 15 people can water.
Okay.
And also David.
Yeah. So what we were thinking is, just to give a broad idea, we are going to have an event called Skill Exhibition in Cinnamon Grand on 12th to show what S4iG did for the recovery of the industries. That's the biggest event, where we will start around 2:30. There will be guests, especially High Commissioner and some ministry representative, seems like minister or representative will be participating. They will going around. We have around 5 models. We are going to place only 4 models on that day. So one such model is a professional business coaching model. So the stall will be there, and we like to have 1 or 2 officials from federation also, because it's going to be owned in future by federation. And we are thinking the course providers for the one coach who worked with this us will be there with a small model that we'll send it to you. And then from 2:30 to 5:35, the guests will be coming and going. And we will start an event around 4:30 p.m. right? For speech and all this. Specifically, we will have 5:35. 5:25 to 5:35 to about the license to the first batch of master coaches, not one by one secretary and team. It's like because the High Commissioner's time, we were thinking about having all of them in front of the stage and then symbolically handing over the license. That will be the main event, and we are trying to have a sub event where we other second level, third level, first level people will get license later, but that event is finished because High Commissioner is having a limited time. So it will be like around 6:30, something like that. There will be a half-an-hour event where we all can share the rest of the certificates with the team, and we will be happy to invite federation also. Already we talked with you, Mr. Kirti, so you all know this. So we are very happy to invite the respective evaluation committee and others. If possible, you can drop in and bless the event, and also we can work forward because we have so many things to do. As you said, we may have to have continuous meetings, and we can contribute from our side what we can do. But that is a symbolic event, just to tell the world that federation is taking responsibility of SMEs through this licensing process, and definitely many things to be done next year, and some of the parts can be covered by us, like Professor Sandana and Mr. Rohit said. The module upgrading we are expecting next year, right? And definitely there will be other courses coming up with the industry expertise. So as Professor said, we put up a frame and we are slightly phasing out the federation and other related think tanks and take over these initiations security.
Then I will get Fatima, Indika, if Tilan also free, they will come around 2 o'clock. If they come at 2, is that enough?
Yes, sir.
Or earlier?
Earlier would be good. Yeah, we can just to see our roles there.
Tilan, Indika and Fatima, we all go just after lunch there. So then if there's anything, you can look at the stall and all that, that you can do. Then if we come around 4:30, that's enough, no, Shakti?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Then we'll do the certificates and, bring it there. That's fine. Okay, no, that's all then we had to discuss.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for your time, all of your time.
I will see, I think the Daily News didn't carry this one. I will see whether there's any possibility to somehow put it on Monday, because now there is no time for us to give another press release. Now you can see the papers, how thin they are now. Huge issue, you have to plead them to put something now. And when you have bigger articles, so difficult,
But the way you did last time is good, no, sir? E-papers and other things also works very well these days.
Yes,
right?
yes. Okay, then.
Thank you, sir.
So we can conclude, no? Okay,
Yes.
thank
you,
everyone
Prof.
for joining.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rohit. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nihal.
Thank you, everyone. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day. All the best. See you soon.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.